Welcome to Atomfall. We're in the beautiful Wyndham Village, and over there is the power plant which has exploded. Literally all of this is open world. We're probably going to go over to the power plant at some point. I think there's a massive like bunker thing underneath the lake. I mean, I literally live in the Lake District, so this is my future. But yeah, apparently we've got to go up the hill and rescue some soldiers from an abandoned village up here. I think they got trapped in a bunker or something. It looks a bit ominous. Oh my god! Gosh, hang on. God, there's another one there. Please let me fire. That was close. You won't believe how little health you've got in this. That stuff, if it... I've got some medicine for it, this strange tonic. Fortunately... Oh, I've got a Cornish pasty as well. I might just have my Cornish pasty. That'd be nice. Okay, well, do these guys have anything on them? Cloth, we don't need that. Oh, also, I should say as well, this is sponsored by Rebellion. They've only asked me to tell you one thing in this, which is that the game is out today, March the 27th, available on all platforms. So you can play it on Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5 and 4, PC via Steam or the Epic Games Store. And you can do so using my links in the description or the pinned comment. Oh, also, the Atomfall is a brand new single-player first-person action survival game made by Rebellion, the studio behind Sniper Elite and Zombie Army. Now, where on earth are we going? So, Joystown is hiding in the bunker in Castfell Woods, coordinates that. We're here. I mean, this, and by the way, this is only one part of the map. Like, there's literally all these regions. So we're in Castfell Woods. So I think that's the old mine. 28 is 28. 91.6 is. She's about there. But I've got another quest. You've got like a load of quests. You can sort them by region. So like if we're in Castfell Woods, you can sort them like this. But I think there was another quest for people in this farmhouse in front. Oh, orders from Agravine. So if we click that, I'm gonna go south. Find out what happened to our comrades that were trapped here 5 years ago. Which is almost the same coordinates. I suspect very much they are not going to be alive if it's 5 years ago. So this is at coordinates 2690, which is this building. Okay, so it looks like we've got a couple of things to deal with here then. Some nice pictures. By the way, does that not look just really freaking cool? That, like, thing over there. The power plant. It's literally straight out of Chernobyl. Right, let's see what we've got, because we also need to see if we can grab some loot and things as well. Because there is quite an in-depth crafting system in this. So, like... Well, I've only unlocked a couple of things, the sticky bomb and this, but there's a lot of stuff. Like, look at all these ingredients you can get. So if you want to get stuff, you've already got to have a quick look around for things. Pigeon looked like he was a bit trapped. Grab these tomatoes. These give you a little bit of health back. And potatoes. And some herbs. I don't know what those blue things down there are. Just got to go find out in a minute. See if we've got anything in here. Molotov cocktails? What kind of gardening is this? Requires greenhouse hotkey. There'll be something good in here, I think. Then. Oh. Oh. We don't know what you intend. Okay, well, we'll leave those guys alone. That's some marauding. Actually, maybe we can get in here. Castfell Garden Centre. Can I get in here? my gosh. I hear squelchy things. What the frick? Oh my god! Go, rats! Oh my god, the rats. Frickin'. Okay, we need to destroy this. This is their burrow. Right. Let's see if there's any more frickin' rats around here. Oh, we got pistol ammo. By the way, ammo. That was 1 round of ammo. Ammo is so scarce in this. Don't know what that sound effect was. Ooh. Oh, well, there's the hotkey. I mean, you've literally got to look everywhere for stuff. Oh my god, more frickin' rats. Leave me alone! Can't even frickin' see them. Go away! Okay, there must be another... Oh. No on that. What's the console? Look at that. I don't think I can get up here. I don't think... You can climb up on things, but I don't think there is actually anything up here. So... Are those guys gone yet? Because we don't... I think they're just wandering off now. Okay. Well, at least we've got the garden centre key, which is useful. Okay, we might have to deal with those guys in a second, because I don't want to really get in a fight just straight away with them. If there's anything in here. Oh. Oh. Kicking everything. Oh, if your inventory's full... I've already got a knife, so I don't need a knife. Yeah, just eat some potatoes. That's the way. There you go, have a nice fresh tomato. Oh my god! Apparently somebody's left oh, there's a guy there. Is he facing me? I don't know what these are.
You are troubling.
Did she actually see me?
See your hand. Yeah, do it.
Oh god, please.
Oh, you little.
That actually causes bleed damage on him. How many arrows can this guy take? Is that guy in Gladiator?
I've taken.
Okay. Druids. Not that much. Let's see what this guy's got. Oh, there's a body there. With a gun on it. I don't know if this is going to piss something off or not. No. Okay. It was not. So we can probably just, like, grab whatever this guy's got. Oh my god! Okay, so we know now that's a beehive. Radiated beehive. Oh, I might actually die from this. Where's my Cornish pasty when I need it? Oh, I've got to get out of here. This is actually going to kill me. Oh my god. Oh my god, I need to eat a Cornish pasty. Potatoes! So we can destroy him with an arrow at least. I've got one more arrow left. Please don't hit me. Oh god, please. Okay, just get rid of this last one. Right. Oh, and there's the bunker. Didn't even see that. So somehow we've got to get into that. That's literally like where the lady will probably be. Because there's only one bunker in this area. Bullpup rifle? Let me see. Got to get rid of something. See, at the moment I've got this rifle, which is like... I mean, it's like a single shot. Like, really... not not a very good rifle. So I'm thinking maybe I have to perhaps drop this. What's drop? F. I can grab this. See what he's got. Got some rifle ammo. Don't know who this guy is, by the way. He doesn't look like the guys I was just shooting over there. And... oh! Is this actually semi-auto? This is my first... Every weapon... I've literally got a shotgun, which is just... I mean, it's literally awful. And I've got no ammo for that. I've got 5 rounds in a... I've got a bow. I've got 5 rounds in a rusty... Colt 90... No, 6 rounds in that. And I've got this beast. Well, let me just quickly eat. Not the Molotov cocktail. Let me eat that. See how slow my health has gone up? I took a bit of damage from those bees there, and now I've just got absolutely destroyed. What did it say I needed for this? Maybe I can actually... Skills, we've got... I went for weapon throwing. You could throw the weapons and kick stuff, because I thought those might be useful initially. Disarm traps. Oh, so that's what I need to disarm this, but I've only got 2 and it requires 3, so I need to find another skill point for it. Anyway. Oh. I'm getting this. Oh, there's a cellar there, so we can check that out as well. These guys have gone somewhere. No joke. People actually do a ton of damage. I think we've got the greenhouse key now, so we can get in here. Let's see what we've got. Bit of cloth, bit of string. Shotgun ammo, we need that. We got 1 round. Oh my gosh. Okay, what we got here? Ooh, that's good rifle ammo. Bit more scrap. We were waiting for you. So this is... I'm right in this hope that Agravine has sent something to extract us. Agravine was the guy we were looking for, if you remember in the map. Well, he's not there anymore. Let's reread this. Oh no, it's gone. It will be under... here. The area is crawling with strange mass cultists. They will kill you on sight. Proceed carefully. So Agravine's guys must be in the cellar then, if they're not in the house. So it's this Agravine quest that's like one of the side quests. So we are waiting for you. So we track that. And then if you look in the map... So yeah, it literally tells us. I bet if they're not inside there, they must be down in the bottom then. But literally the whole game is like kind of overworld. You don't really know sort of where you're heading with things. We go see what's down here. What we got? Any more loot? I like loot. Still ammo. So an extra round there. That'll be very helpful when 20 zombies swarm me. Don't know if we've got cloth. I have to look in every little nook and cranny. It's really important. String. Glass bowl. Ooh. Looks like they were hiding in here somewhere. Oh no! This is where they were sleeping. The special operation has failed. This was where they went in. Let's have a quick read of that. The Windermere and Ferris seems to... But then there was a huge explosion. Now the British are walling off the area. We're trapped. Sergeant Kolosov found this cellar to hide in. What the British have hidden here from the world is stupendous and obscene. Damn British and their obscene things. May God forgive them. I cannot. Wait, I'm British. What's this? The world has gone mad. Yesterday we saw... Oh, so he's talking about... Nikkev is injured or dead. They must be... Ah. That'll be the guy with the rifle that we found in the field. Thinks to find new shelter. If our messages reach Agravine, then they will send someone for us, I know it. Then we'll soon be home again. We can still be heroes. 5 years later, Agravine's like, where are my guys gone? Oops, anything good on the radio? Well, that's good. First aid kit's very, very strong. Probably... See, bandages give you a little bit of health, but I should probably take the first aid because I literally really needed that. And with all their sneaky little hidey places. Go here. Don't know what they were doing. They were doing something. But at least they were keeping the place clean. They got some special loot here, haven't they? Bard crate. British Atomic Research Division. Training stimulant. Antidote and rifle ammo. So, they've got quite a lot of stuff here, haven't they? More shotgun ammo, that's useful. Old Hound whiskey. And I hear the voice. Okay, so not to complicate things, but the voice... Basically, the telephone boxes sometimes talk to you in this. You may hear this later in this, I don't know. But that's the voice he's talking about. We'll get to that when we get to that. Okay. Oh, and by the way, in fact, because I picked up that training stimulant, I should now... Let me just head up here. Just get my rifle out in case those guys are out there. Oh my god, the bees are back. The bees are back. They've reformed. Won't go near them. But now, you see, I should be able to... I'll go in skills, because I've got 3 points now. That's what the training stimulant does, so I should be able to get disarm traps now. And hopefully not blow myself up. String. I wanted this bit, the explodey bit. Yeah, somehow we've got to get in this bunker then, up here. Not really sure how. I guess maybe we'll climb up here. I mean, literally, all this side is unexplored. I've come around from this side. And there's a massive secret bunker, I think, underneath the lake or something. So I don't... Called the interchange, so I don't... But yeah, I was up there. I was up there previously. The radio tower. Let's see what we got around here. If we can get in here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, there's a trapdoor here. We'll be able to get in here. Pull this lever. Can we just... There we go. Hey, there she is. Hello.
Oh my goodness. I thought I was alone in here. Well, gosh. This is a surprise. When I saw movement, I thought it might be one of those awful feral goblins some people seem to have turned into. So, just exactly who are you?
Yeah, so they've got a bit of like a Fallout kind of system here. Someone trying to survive, same as you. I think we'll be friendly.
Well, I can't argue with that. We find ourselves in very strange times. You haven't immediately tried to kill me, at least. That's a pleasant change. You're lucky I was so absorbed poking around this place. Otherwise, I might have shot you as you walked in.
Oh yeah, the prying one. So if you do a prying one, I think it depends on the amount of charisma you have with them, whether or not they like you or not.
My, but you're full of satiable curiosity, aren't you? Well, I've nothing to hide. There was an expeditionary convoy sent in a few months ago. And Muggins here was seconded to it. We barely made it into Slattendale when the bridge was blown out from under us, and the convoy wrecked. Before we knew what was happening, we were beset by a horde of whooping maniacs in masks. It was awful. Now, I don't know if they were responsible for the bridge, but the vicious buggers were on us soon after. I think I may well be the sole survivor of the convoy.
So she was part of Agravine's convoy then, wasn't she? What exactly? We ought to find out what this place is. Like, literally, this is the reason we're here. Maybe I ask her another prying one, see if she goes off on me.
I'm trying to get access to the communications Watsits. But thus far it's proving a fruitless task, alas. What I really need is to be at the hub of all of this. There's a facility, the interchange, which was the master for all the places like this in the area. The caveat being that it's sealed up tighter than the Bank of England. You'll never get in. Believe me, I've tried. Without access to the interchange, it's hard
Yes,
to make
that's
any
what we
progress.
needed.
If the interchange was open and its power restored. But you'll forgive me. I shouldn't say any more. Nothing personal, but please understand that it's simply not sensible for me to trust a stranger I've only just met.
Very wise, Joyce. Very wise. That's what we needed, right? Okay,
Good luck
we'll leave
out
her.
there.
By the way, just saying. Oh no, she's looking at me now. You can actually kill every NPC in the game if you want to. I don't know what the outcome of that would be, but I'm just saying. Like, we'll steal her glue. Doesn't look like she needs it, and her pistol ammo. Poor lady trapped in a bunker. We'll steal her 1 round of ammo. That'll be a good way to go.
What now?
Oh, that's the wrong button. Just take that ammo back. Oh, and by the way, these things, she's got one of these. So these are the storage things where you can store any stuff across the map. So I think I might have... Oh no, I've basically got nothing in there. So I've picked up on my way a couple of these batteries, which I think we're going to have to use in the interchange. I can put these in here, and then anywhere on the map that there's one of these, I can pick them up. So I'll just leave those in here, and then I can show you if we get to the interchange. The deal is with that. Last bottle. Oh no. Oh no. How is my inventory full? Wait, hang on. Let me craft one of these. Craft myself a bandage. And we'll steal that toilet paper. That's like gold in an apocalypse. Yep, she definitely won't need that. Okay. I don't think this is the way out. Ooh, got some meat on there. Ooh. Got another training stimulant. So take that. Chemicals. I think chemicals is like really rare. Yeah, okay. I don't think I can. Maybe I can get down here actually. Right, I guess we better head towards Wyndham and then the interchange. There we go, the Great Wall of Wyndham Village. That's where all the safe things are. Ah, nice environment. So this is all under military control.
Citizens of Wyndham,
Always doing
if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Caught early, the contagion can be painlessly excised. Be vigilant. Be safe.
Okay, so that's the military. They didn't bother me this time. I noticed if you have your gun out, they really do start coming after you. You see, they've secluded this little part of the coast. And what they're doing down here. Why actually can't you go in the water? Leeches? Radioactive leeches? We don't want that. But yeah, also, there's off-limit bits here. So, for example, this hotel here has been quarantined. So if you were to, like, break inside this... Oh my gosh. What the frick? This is the voices.
The village of Wyndham is picturesque. The village of Wyndham is quaint. The village of Wyndham is dangerous. Be cautious.
Okay. that is the voice. These guys apparently can't hear that. Oh my gosh. Hello. Ah! Yeah, so, this is what I mean, like, some of these areas are really locked off. This house here. I mean, just, like, look at the number of guards in there. It's gone roof. If I step past this, I'm dead. Probably. But there's good stuff in these houses. Like, I don't know what's in this one.
Keep your nose clean.
I'll try my best. Maybe you can sneak over here. You see, I could possibly sneak through there, but I don't actually see a way in. Also, there's definitely something good in there, because unless it's up the river? My metal detector just went off. Oh no, it is in there. So yeah, there's some metal detection thing inside here as well. Yeah, we don't know what these guys are guarding. That guy's got like full armor. Probably shouldn't aim my gun at him. Ooh. Yeah, you see, he's got full armor on. Anyway, we'll head out onto the moors, and then we can get in through the interchange exit, hopefully. Hopefully. It's up this way somewhere. Gosh.
Is no longer responsible for your safety. If you approach any military areas in the area, you will be presumed to have hostile intent, and you will be fired upon.
Is that a sheep?
Remember, a warning shot is a win.
Oh my god. Okay. The reason I wanted another Jeep, I went on Duke of Edinburgh's. My friend Simon, literally there was... Oh my gosh. What is after me? Yeah, something spotted me. But yeah, my friend Simon, he literally saw a dead sheep in the water of a river, walked about this far away from it, and started filling up his bottle of water. And I was just like... Simon's gonna die. That's what I thought. I mean, this is basically a free-for-all kind of zone here, so... No. There are some mech suits about, but they are probably going to toast me if I go near them. The ones with the canisters on the back are the flamethrower ones, so... Oop, gotta be really careful. Oh! Actually, that might be the interchange building there. On there. So... Got a mech suit coming down here, but this is... Oh my gosh, there's another dead sheep there. Ah! This looks like it's got a wall, like, literally all the way around it here. So, that's going to be probably difficult. There's this abandoned manor we saw on the map, so I thought... Maybe we could have a quick look in here, see if there's any more batteries and things. Ripped apart. Well, that doesn't sound very good. Stay away from the barn. Last lot who went up there was executed and dumped it. Oh dear. If you spot any protocol patrols in the area, let Arthur know. These lads were ripped apart. I've not read a note like that before. Can I break into these? Where's my axe? Have I not got an axe? Let's put an axe. We probably want a shotgun, don't we? We'll put an axe in slot 4. Okay. That's how you throw an axe. That's not... Okay, that's not... Right. That's not how you swing an axe. Okay, so you can't actually break into those. Can't we press that stuck in the wood there? That was a random thing. Oh, I bet we can get up here, actually. Right. Something ripped people apart in here. I'm not sure what. Maybe a shotgun time. Ooh. Somebody's trying to be sneaky, aren't they? Don't know. So what's in this crate? Oh, makeshift grenade. Makeshift grenade sounds good. Let's put... Oh, you can just press the number on it. Oh, that would work. There's no tripwire there. Somebody's freaking gone through... Oh my god! I can see that one. Wasn't there some Vietnam stuff that went down there? They said the pond was out the back. No, I didn't get this one. Is that actually... See, it doesn't give you the explosive. Is this the pond? There's bandits over there. Quite a lot of bandits over there. You think I can... Have I got... Oh, I've already got it in the stock. Hang on. Do you think they will be alright with a makeshift grenade in the middle of them? See what that does. Oh my god, that was... Okay, that was weirdly effective. Okay. They've got... Oh my god! Frickin' piranhas! Oh my gosh. How am I going to do this? Can I... Actually, maybe I want... Maybe I want a Molotov for this. Although I suspect this isn't going to work very well in water. Do Molotovs explode if you hold them in... Okay, well, apparently it works well in this water. We'll just say that. See, something took out this mech suit. Atomic battery! I've actually got 4 atomic batteries now. I don't know how many you need to power up the interchange, but that's good. In fact, we'll see what these guys have got as well. Let's see. These are outlaws. These aren't the same as the guys with the bows and arrows in the previous place. Came underprepared, didn't you? I've stolen your meat now. They're going away. I don't think it matters here. I think they were just like... There's absolutely no way I can get through there. This is the road that they literally had the big fight here and then it blocked it all off. What does that say? What are these cars? I got shot up here. Minefield? Definitely don't want to be doing that. Oh, dead guy there. Yeah, you see, they're getting alerted even just this close. So... Downed helicopter there. Wait, hang on. Something here. Lunchbox? Getting a lot of rad resistance, you see, recently, so I'm thinking maybe there's something going on with that. We'll have to see. Yeah, we've got to get up into that building somehow. Yeah, they've literally walled half the map off, haven't they, here? Oh, please tell me these guys don't attack. Oh, thank you! These guys just killed them all. Well, there you go then. They saved my ass there. Hang on. Why is that mech suit angry with me? He's definitely don't want him to be angry with us. He's just absolutely eyeballing me down, isn't he, over there? Oh, he's lost. Let's see if we can sneak around here somewhere. Was unexpected.
This land looks safe. This land is not safe. You should be cautious in this land. This land may kill you.
Look, that's not the way to make me buy car insurance. It's not gonna happen. I'm feeling like... Oh my god. I've got something we can take that out with. Let me just see. Maybe if I put the bow back on there. Oh, hang on, hang on. See if we can sneak through here before they notice. Don't think there's mines here. We've left a little gap here, which is kind of nice. Oh boy. I mean, there's absolutely no way of surviving this if they see us. I've just got to get into this interchange building somehow. Oh my gosh, is that a turret? I don't know if I can get over here. I definitely can't go down there. How do I even... Oh gosh, that was just below it. I just... Oh my gosh, I disabled it. Oh no, I didn't! Don't hit me! Please!
This is a defense announcement. Remember, gossip is the bed.
Okay, we're in.
The duty of a good soldier is to control the rumor, not help to spread it further.
Where do we need to go? Is that the interchange down there? There's something else here. Oh, he hasn't detected me. I'm out of breath. Okay, let's just wait here a second. Oh my gosh. There's another turret here. Don't know if this is the interchange or that building down there, but... Oh my gosh, I'm nearly... Have I got any pasties left? I haven't got any... Oh, quick. Hitting the wrong buttons. Let's hit that. Oh, the bandages actually heal you as well. Okay. Right. Oh, it is the interchange! Okay. Okay. Hello. Oh, oh the neck break. What else have we got here? Water. Can't make myself a cup of tea. That's a bit sad. Got some scrap. So this is the interchange building. Not sure where we are in it, but it looks like there's a big central area we've got to get to. Okay, got anything here? Water. Training stimulant. That's another skill point. Looks like we can go down that elevator there, maybe. We got here Skethermore. Skethermore entrance log. Interchange entry gate discovered. Attempted standing locking procedures. Attempted force entry with heavy tools. Control demo. So I guess they've been trying to like break into something down here then. Those army guys. Like that. Don't know where that other guard went. Oh, there he is. Okay. Fact. These guys got anything good? Okay, let's see. Oh, a broadside auto shotty. I'll take that. So, how do I drop that? Let's get rid of that. Okay. Because my shotgun's a single shot, and this is like a 5-shot. Or a... Oh, yeah, 5-shot. Oh. 2 shotgun ammos. Okay. We might use the shotgun then. Hopefully this gets us somewhere. Oh. So, Oberon Central Processor, Detention Quarters. There it is. The interchange. Oh, something up here. There's protocol machine there. What's this? Interchange quarantine door. Use modified keypad.
Access denied. Unauthorized. Access granted. The interchange.
Oh my gosh. There's a heavy-duty door. I'll take all the batteries. Oh, we've got radiation resistance. Maybe I take some of that. And I'll take the toxic one as well. Because those guys, I think, give you, like, toxic damage. So we need... I think this is a shotgun kind of moment. Maybe we can sneak... Oh my gosh! Oh. Can we get in here? No power. These guys have anything? String! More string. Let's see if we can get through. Data store Bravo. You see, nothing's got any power. There's power-looking cables here. Wait, where are we? Central processor is this way. Electronic log. Ooh.
Central processor.
Central processing control. The other entrance is here. Yeah, we've been in here before. This is... Oh, you could get your batteries here. Yeah, I remember. But what... Oh, maybe it's this. Bootstrap system terminal. Is that... Can I put a battery in there? I can! We've got power!
Activated infrastructure. Assessing. Data
Press this
store
now.
Offline. Central processor offline. Facilities offline. Project sectors offline. Please re-establish atomic
No
power
power.
from data stores to central processor at your earliest convenience.
So I've got to restore power somewhere. We've got power cables here, but they're not... So I can't use this. There was a data processor back here though, wasn't there? Oh my gosh! I am now very clean. Wait, so that put... Yes, so that put power through to this. Let's turn this back on, I think. So now we're in the Delta store. Some glass bottles. Heavy drinkers around here. Very heavy drinkers. Battery supply problems. Store Bravo is guzzling up. I think guzzles energy like a hungry animal. The cables can't cope. Third battery's fried in as many months. All the batteries going to garage robotics now. Yeah, so like that's... So the one that we found in the pond, they're basically using the same batteries, those atomic batteries. Doesn't do anything. Just got to go down here. This looks promising. No. All the cables are going over there, aren't they? That's got no power. Guess we've got to use another battery then. Let's see. Oh! What the frig?
Power restored in Data Store Bravo. Research collection.
Oh my gosh, what is this place? Like, I think is that the main storage area? Oberon, I don't know what that is.
Robotics facility.
Well, I think I'm going to leave that here then, because this seems like... I'll leave it for you guys to explore if you end up getting the game and stuff. And this has been quite a really nice adventure. But yeah, just to finish off, you can of course play this today, March the 27th. It's out now. You can play it on Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, and PC via Steam or the Epic Games Store using my links in the description or the pinned comment. Thanks Rebellion for sponsoring, and I will catch you guys in the next one.